Hey, good morning, everyone. We are having a great Tuesday morning. I hope you are also. It's been busy already at work, which is great. I recently, so this morning I cruised over to a house in Mesa off of Higley and 60 and looking at a wholesale property. So excited about that possibility. Seems like a pretty good property. And I wanted to cover an item this morning that's been on my mind in regards to this group. And I recently had the great opportunity of sitting down with a gentleman named Connor Hatch, and he runs a mastermind group called the Collective Mastermind. And they are just an awesome group of younger, ambitious, up-and-comers who are just looking for ways to improve themselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially. And I met with that mastermind and had the wonderful opportunity of doing like a Q&A for over an hour. And he asked a bunch of questions, and it was pretty amazing actually how he had these questions like really well thought out, and you can tell that he spent hours in preparation on doing this. And so it just showed what type of character he is as far as that goes. So anyways, he asked a question, and I wanted to cover that question. And I might actually cover a couple of these questions as we go through this. But that being said, he said, with our generation to chase shiny objects, when did you feel like you were no longer chasing something shiny, but starting to establish yourself amongst the top real estate professionals in Arizona? I wanted to cover just the first part of, with our generation chasing shiny objects. And I don't even think it's like necessarily, this is a younger group of kids, and I think it can pertain to everyone as far as like who's chasing shiny objects, right? And we all have different shiny objects in our life and different things that we consider shiny, right? And so that being said, like, think about in your life, what's your shiny object like? And this can be anything from like a couple $100 thing that we want to potentially having a dream of having some type of sports car. I'm not like really a sports car guy, like as far as like Ferraris or whatever go. I've just never been someone that's into that. But it seems like with these dream boards that you have these type of like entrepreneurs and people trying to like reach a certain type of success that they go off of, when they can buy this certain sports car or shiny object, then they've like truly arrived and they have a certain amount of wealth that supposedly feels fulfilling to them, right? So let's just back it down a little bit. So, I'm sure you can think of something, whether it be 20, 50, 100, couple $100, $500, that your mind has potentially been on that is one of your wants. And think about that thing, and also maybe think about, like, let's just be a little stereotypical here, maybe a Ferrari. Like if you have a dream of having a Ferrari, like I said, that's not me to want to own or have a Ferrari, but I want to go over a little bit about that mindset of these shiny objects. So when you know that you have basically overcome the shiny object syndrome, you actually have more joy and pleasure of knowing that you can purchase that shiny object, that you can purchase it and you can have it, but you don't do it. Okay, so let me say it again. So when you find more joy and pleasure in knowing that you can financially buy that shiny object, but you don't do it. So the goal is is that you have more pleasure and more satisfaction of knowing that you can purchase the shiny object, but you don't do it, right? And that actually gives you more joy than having or owning that shiny object. And I know it's kind of an interesting concept to kind of think about, but it's true. So let me dive into it a little bit more. So the reason why knowing that you can have your shiny object, but not actually purchasing it or owning it is better is because your joy is actually even more long-term or everlasting not having the shiny object. And this is why. Let's just be stereotypical again. So, you know, these guys that have the financial dream of like, hey, I want to own that Ferrari and have that Ferrari. And just that feeling and that build up and that workup of like financially accomplishing that and going and buying a couple $100,000 car. You know, that and just all of that accomplishment. And then what happens is like when you're there and you know you can go purchase it and you don't, and you actually find joy in knowing that you can purchase it and you don't go purchase it, that joy is greater than actually owning it. And the reason why that joy is greater than actually owning it is because what happens with these shiny objects? When we buy them, we enjoy them for a few days to a few weeks to a few months, and then guess what? They get put on the shelf. That excitement no longer exists because you have it. You've accomplished it, right? And so anyways, I just kind of want you to think about that a little bit this week is like, what is your shiny object and how can you find more joy in knowing that you can have that shiny object, but you actually don't go financially spend the money for that shiny object. And so I've always kind of thought about this subject and in this sense. And I think it's actually an important thing to actually really try to, you know, accomplish that and have that goal. So hopefully this helps you guys. I appreciate you guys and thankful for you. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I've got an exciting day today. Some exciting things coming up that I can't wait to share with you. But anyways, make it a great day. Go out there and accomplish something exciting, and we will talk to you soon.